Hi, this is Jean-Louis from Atlas. This video is to explain how the timing point by Atlas works in some detail. So here I have the app. Now this video assumes you've already downloaded it from the Google Play Store. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Atlas icon. Now you wait until the app is fully loaded onto the screen. Now at this point, I'm going to enter the app code. So the app code refers to each timing point which you create in console. I'm entering an app code, which is going to turn this phone into timing point called split 1. So here I am on the home page of the app. So scanning, as we can see, is off. In order to turn the scanning on, I click on the toggle button at the bottom. So that has now turned the timing point on. So if I want to turn it off again, I click on the toggle button at the bottom, I confirm, and now the scanning is off. So let's first have a look at the app, and then we'll come back and show you how it works. So in the top right-hand corner, we have the menu button, the burger menu, and inside you'll see timing point. Now this is where we are currently. Let's click on menu again. We have latest detections, settings, and sign up. Now let's go through them one by one. Latest detections will show you all of the detections the phone has registered since it was activated. Currently, there are no detections, which is normal. We're going to go to settings now. Now, to get into settings, after 10 minutes, you need the app code. That is to stop volunteers or other people from playing with the settings of the phone. The settings go from the top to the bottom. We have the detection range. So this is the size of the detection zone. Now you can adjust this here in the phone, but normally this will be preset on console when you create the timing point to begin with. Same thing for the next two, max time in range and max time out of range. As a quick reminder, max time in range means that once the pod has been seen by the phone for the first time, it will count down 8 seconds until it sends the data information to the server if that same pod is still in the detection zone. Max time out of range means that the phone will wait for 8 seconds once the pod has exited the detection range before sending that data to the server. Now, the reason you might want that to be set at 8 and not at 1 second, for example, is if you have a start line, for instance, where perhaps there might be a false start and the rider or the athlete has to come back to the start. The phone lockout means that here we've set it at 1 minute. That means that once the pod has exited the range, the phone will ignore that pod for the amount of time within the lockout. In this instance, 1 minute. So at a finish line, normally I put 30 minutes, which means that the phone, once the pod crosses the finish line, the phone will ignore that same pod for 30 minutes, which helps to not encumber the phone's memory. And at the bottom, we have a UTC clock and a local clock. So let's go back to the burger menu. And the last element here is sign out. Now that is when you need to sign out completely out of the app. And typically you would do that in order to enter a new app code. So let's go back to timing point. So timing point, to turn on, we click on the toggle button at the bottom. I'm now going to show you what it looks like when athletes pass the phone. So here we have 3 athletes that have passed the phone. We get the information coming up on the screen, which is going to disappear within that 8 seconds that we have already predefined in the settings. At the bottom in the box, you can see unique detections 3. Now, if we click on the burger menu at the top right-hand corner and go into latest detections, we will see those same 3 detections. So on the left-hand side, we have the pod serial number, and on the right-hand side, we have the time of first seen passage, because that is what we have determined in the console. We have first seen, closest, and last seen. In this particular example, it is first seen. At the bottom, you'll see 2 buttons, clear lockout and export detections. Clear lockout refers to the lockout of 1 minute in the settings. If I clear lockout, that means the phone will then ignore that 1 minute, and as soon as it sees the pod again, it will register those pods again. Now, as you can hear, 1 minute has just gone past, so we get one more detection of the same pod. Export detections, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Export detections means all of the detections in the phone can be exported to a CSV file, which will be saved onto your mobile device. You can then share that CSV file to any other place that you wish to share it to, for example, Google Drive, or you can email it to yourself. This means you can have a written record of all detections taken by the phone, including those that may have been taken by the phone but not sent to the server in case your phone has lost connectivity. So in this instance, I'm going to adjust the date, but it's already preset to today. And the time you can see is from 1 minute past midnight through to the time right now. So that's already quite handy. So I'm going to export that. And then all you have to do is follow these instructions to find that CSV file. It's really quite simple. I'm going to confirm that, and I'm now going to go back to my latest detection screen. One last thing here I want to show you is that the blue indicates that the server has acknowledged these detections, which means that these detections have been either passed through to connector or have been passed through to the front end. So let's go back to timing point. I'm going to switch this off. And the last thing I need to show you now is sign out. I'm now going to click on sign out, confirm, and this brings me back to the home page. That is it for the explanation of Timing Point by Atlas. Thank you.